Today's story, Liam and the Mystical Trials. We have also added this story to our playlist, where you can find all our channel stories at one place for your convenience. In the heart of the ancient kingdom of Arcania, where the grand spires of the citadel pierced the sky and rivers of crystal clear water flowed through lush meadows, lay the once great city of Veranda. Veranda was now a ruin, its majestic buildings overgrown with ivy and its once bustling streets eerily silent. It was a place of forgotten glory, where legends whispered through the wind and secrets lay buried beneath centuries of dust. A young scholar named Liam, with an insatiable curiosity and a penchant for exploring the unknown, had always been drawn to the ruins of Veranda. Despite its dilapidated state, Liam believed the ruins held untold mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Armed with a journal filled with old maps and a trusty lantern, he ventured into the labyrinthine alleys and crumbling towers. On this particular evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the first stars began to twinkle in the twilight sky, Liam stumbled upon a hidden entrance beneath an overgrown archway. The entrance was partially obscured by vines and debris, but something about it seemed to beckon him. Clearing away the underbrush, Liam revealed a set of ancient stone steps leading downward into the earth. With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, he descended into the darkness, the light of his lantern casting long shadows on the cold stone walls. The air grew cooler as he went deeper, and the silence was punctuated only by the faint echoes of his footsteps. At the bottom of the stairs, Liam found himself in a vast chamber adorned with faded murals depicting scenes of magical battles and celestial events. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, and upon it rested an ornate box covered in intricate runes. The box seemed to hum with a faint, ethereal energy, and Liam's heart raced with anticipation. As he approached the pedestal, the temperature in the chamber dropped, and a sudden gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing his lantern. The chamber was plunged into darkness, and Liam's senses were overwhelmed by a deep, resonant voice that seemed to come from all directions. "Brave seeker of truth," the voice intoned, "you have found the relic of the ancients. It is a key to a power long forgotten and a challenge that lies ahead." Liam's breath came in short gasps as he fumbled to relight his lantern. The voice continued, speaking of a prophecy and an ancient threat that had been sealed away long ago. The relic, it seemed, was connected to a greater destiny, one that would soon unfold as darkness began to stir once more. With the lantern's light flickering back to life, Liam saw that the box was now slightly open, revealing a glowing, crystalline shard inside. The shard pulsed with a soft, blue light, resonating with the energy that had filled the chamber. Liam carefully lifted the shard from the box, feeling a surge of warmth and power that seemed to connect him to something far greater than himself. Before he could fully grasp the significance of what he had found, the chamber began to tremble, and the murals on the walls shifted, revealing new images of a world in turmoil. The voice spoke once more, warning that the shard was only the beginning of a quest that would test Liam's resolve and uncover hidden truths about his world. As the tremors subsided and the chamber returned to stillness, Liam knew that his discovery was only the start of a much larger adventure. The shard's glow illuminated the path ahead, and Liam's determination solidified. He had been chosen to uncover the secrets of the ancient relic and to confront the emerging darkness that threatened his world, With the relic in hand and a new sense of purpose, Liam emerged from the ruins, the dawn light casting long shadows behind him. The journey ahead was uncertain and fraught with danger, but the promise of discovery and the weight of destiny drove him forward. As the ruins of Veranda faded into the distance, Liam took his first steps into a world that was now full of mystery and wonder. The relic had set him on a path that would lead to extraordinary places and challenge everything he thought he knew. As the first rays of dawn touched the ruins of Veranda, Liam made his way back to his village of Arundel, the relic's shard securely tucked in his satchel. The artifact's soft glow was a constant reminder of the gravity of his newfound mission. The village, nestled at the edge of the Eldergrove forest, seemed untouched by the events unfolding beyond its borders. But Liam knew that the safety of his home was an illusion, the darkness that threatened the realm was real, and he had to act swiftly. Upon returning to Arundel, Liam was met with concerned glances from his friends and family. They noticed his preoccupation and the mysterious glint in his eyes, but he could not reveal the full truth. Instead, he merely explained that he had found something of great importance and needed to investigate further. The villagers, though worried, respected his need for secrecy. With a determined heart, Liam set off towards the Eldergrove forest, a place steeped in legend and said to be home to ancient, magical creatures. The forest was renowned for its beauty, but also for its enchantments and dangers. The shard's light seemed to respond to the forest's mystical aura, pulsing gently as he approached the edge of the woods. The entrance to Eldergrove was marked by towering, gnarled trees whose branches formed an almost impenetrable canopy overhead. The forest floor was a mosaic of fallen leaves and moss-covered stones, and the air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth. As Liam ventured deeper, the light from the shard grew brighter, guiding him through the dense foliage. The forest was alive with whispers. The rustling leaves and distant calls of unseen creatures created a symphony of sounds that seemed to speak directly to Liam's heart. As he navigated through the undergrowth, he could swear he heard fragmented voices and fleeting glimpses of shadows darting between the trees. Suddenly, the shard's light flared brightly, illuminating a narrow path that wound deeper into the forest. Liam followed the path, his senses on high alert. The forest seemed to close in around him, the trees forming a natural tunnel that led him towards a clearing. The clearing was a sight to behold. At its center stood an ancient, stone archway covered in glowing runes, similar to those on the box he had found in the ruins. The archway framed a portal that shimmered with a soft, silvery light. The relic's shard reacted strongly, pulsing rhythmically as if resonating with the portal's energy. As Liam approached the archway, he was confronted by a figure emerging from the shadows. It was a woman, tall and ethereal, with silver hair cascading down her back and eyes that seemed to reflect the light of the moon. She wore a cloak woven from threads of starlight, and spoke with a voice that carried an air of ancient wisdom. "Welcome, Seeker," the woman said, her gaze fixed on Liam. "I am Ilara, guardian of the Whispering Woods. The time has come for you to pass through the veil and seek the knowledge you need." Liam was taken aback. The veil. I didn't know this forest held such a thing. Ilara nodded. The veil is a gateway to the realms of the ancients. It holds the secrets you seek, but also the trials that will test your spirit. To retrieve the Luminara crystal, you must first prove yourself worthy. With that, she stepped aside, revealing the portal in its full glory. The swirling light within it seemed to beckon Liam, offering both hope and trepidation. He took a deep breath and stepped towards the portal. Feeling a surge of energy as he crossed the threshold, the moment he entered the portal, Liam was enveloped in a dazzling whirlwind of light and color. He felt as though he was being transported through time and space, and the world around him shifted in a dizzying array of images and sensations. When the whirlwind subsided, Liam found himself in a realm unlike any he had ever seen. It was a landscape of floating islands, cascading waterfalls of light, and crystal-clear skies filled with constellations that twinkled with a peculiar brilliance. This was the realm of the ancients, a place where time flowed differently and the laws of reality were altered. Ilara appeared beside him. Her presence a calming anchor in the surreal environment. "This is the realm of the ancients," she explained. "Here, you will find the knowledge you seek, but also face the challenges that will test your courage and resolve." As Liam gazed around in awe, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. The journey ahead would be fraught with challenges, but the mysteries of the realm and the promise of discovering the Luminara crystal drove him forward. With Ilara as his guide, he prepared to embark on the trials that would shape his destiny and uncover the secrets of the ancient prophecy. The realm of the ancients was a world of breathtaking beauty and surreal wonder. As Liam stood amidst floating islands and luminous waterfalls, he felt both exhilarated and overwhelmed. The air was filled with an ethereal glow, and the sky above seemed to shimmer with endless constellations. The realm was a place of magic and ancient power, and Liam's heart raced with anticipation for the trials that awaited him. Ilara, the guardian, led Liam along a path of floating stones that connected the various islands. Her presence was a reassuring constant in the ever-shifting landscape. As they walked, she explained the nature of the trials he would face. "The trials are designed to test your inner strength, wisdom, and courage. Each trial will reveal something about yourself and prepare you for the quest ahead. You must face them with an open heart and unwavering resolve." The path led them to a majestic, crystal-clear lake at the center of the realm. The water's surface was like a mirror, reflecting the celestial sky above. At the edge of the lake stood a large, ancient stone archway, covered in glowing runes similar to those on the relic. "This is the first trial," Ilara said. "It is known as the trial of reflection. You must look into the lake and confront the vision that appears. It will reveal your deepest fears and doubts. Only by overcoming these can you proceed." Liam approached the lake, his heart pounding in his chest. As he gazed into the still waters, the reflection that emerged was not of his physical self, but of his innermost fears and insecurities. The image showed him as a figure overwhelmed by darkness, unable to escape a storm of shadows that sought to consume him. The vision spoke with a voice that echoed Liam's own thoughts. "You are weak. You cannot face the challenges ahead. You are destined to fail." Liam felt a surge of panic and self-doubt. The vision's words cut deep, stirring fears he had buried for years. But as he stared into the reflection, he remembered the journey that had brought him here, the sacrifices, the determination, and the sense of purpose that had driven him. He recalled the weight of the relic and the responsibility he carried. Summoning all his inner strength, Liam faced the vision with resolve. I am not defined by my fears. I am defined by my actions and my will to persevere. I will overcome this darkness and fulfill my destiny. The reflection began to waver, and the storm of shadows receded. The lake's surface cleared, and the vision faded, leaving Liam feeling a profound sense of relief and clarity. The trial of reflection had tested his inner strength, and he had emerged victorious. Ilara, who had observed from a distance, nodded approvingly. You have passed the first trial. The path ahead will be challenging, but you have shown that you possess the courage and determination needed for this quest. With the first trial behind him, Liam followed Ilara to the next trial's location, a towering, spiraling tower of glass and light that seemed to reach towards the heavens. As they approached, the tower's entrance opened, revealing a labyrinthine interior filled with shifting walls and illusions. This is the trial of wisdom, Ilara explained. Inside the tower, you will face a series of puzzles and riddles that test your intellect and problem-solving abilities. Only by solving these will you find the key to the next trial. Liam entered the tower, and the door closed behind him. The interior was a maze of intricate patterns and illusions, with walls that seemed to move and shift with every step. The air was filled with a soft hum of magic, and the light within the tower created ever-changing shadows and reflections. He soon encountered the first puzzle, a series of symbols etched into the walls, each representing a different element of nature. A glowing inscription above the symbols read, "Balance the elements to reveal the truth." Liam studied the symbols carefully, recalling the teachings from his studies and the knowledge he had gained during his journey. He realized that the symbols needed to be arranged in a specific order to reflect the natural balance of the elements. With careful thought and precision, he aligned the symbols correctly. As the final symbol clicked into place, the tower's walls shifted, revealing a hidden passageway. Liam continued through the maze, solving riddles and navigating through illusions that challenged his intellect and perception. Each success brought him closer to the heart of the tower. At the end of the labyrinth, Liam found a pedestal with a shimmering crystal orb. Ilara appeared beside him, her expression one of approval. You have completed the trial of wisdom. The orb you have found contains the knowledge needed to proceed to the final trial. Liam took the crystal orb, feeling its warm, pulsating energy. With the orb in hand and the trials of reflection and wisdom behind him, he prepared for the final challenge. The trials had tested his courage and intellect, but the path ahead promised to be the most difficult yet. As they left the tower and journeyed to the final trial's location, Liam felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination. The realm of the ancients had revealed much about himself and his quest, and he was ready to face whatever lay ahead. The final trial loomed ahead as Liam and Ilara approached the Forge of Destiny, a colossal structure set amidst a landscape of shifting mists and molten rivers. The forge was an imposing edifice of dark stone and glowing runes, with streams of fire and smoke curling from its vents. Its fiery glow painted the surrounding landscape in hues of red and gold, casting an aura of both awe and foreboding. Ilara stopped at the entrance of the forge and turned to Liam. "This is the trial of Vela," she explained. "Inside the forge, you will face challenges that will test your bravery and strength. You must forge the final key to complete your quest and unlock the true power of the relic." Liam nodded, his resolve steeled by the trials he had already faced. With the crystal orb from the previous trial tucked securely in his satchel, he stepped into the forge. The interior was a vast chamber filled with the roar of flames and the clamor of shifting machinery. The walls were lined with anvils and molten metal, and the air was thick with the heat of the forge. As Liam ventured deeper into the chamber, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a towering blacksmith, with a face hidden behind a visor of shimmering metal. The blacksmith's presence exuded an air of authority and power, and he spoke in a deep, resonant voice. "Welcome, Seeker," the blacksmith said. "To complete the trial of Vela, you must prove your worth by forging the blade of truth. This blade is crucial to your quest and represents your courage and determination. The process will not be easy, but only by proving your Vela will you succeed." Liam approached the forge, where a large anvil and a collection of raw materials awaited him. The blacksmith handed him a set of tools and a glowing ingot of enchanted metal. "This metal has been imbued with ancient magic. You must use it to forge the blade and withstand the trials that will test your strength and spirit." As Liam began to work, the forge's heat intensified, and the room seemed to close in around him. The first challenge was to shape the metal using the anvil and hammer. The metal was resistant, and every strike of the hammer felt like an immense effort. Sparks flew with each impact, and the heat from the forge was nearly unbearable. While working, Liam faced a series of physical and mental trials. The forge's environment tested his endurance with sudden bursts of intense heat and shifting platforms that required him to balance and move quickly. In addition to the physical challenges, Liam encountered illusions designed to distract and intimidate him. The illusions conjured scenes of failure and doubt, whispering fears into his ears. Despite the obstacles, Liam focused on his task. He recalled the strength he had discovered within himself during the previous trials, the courage he had summoned during the trial of reflection, and the wisdom he had applied in the trial of wisdom. Each challenge he faced was a reflection of the internal struggle he had overcome. As he shaped the metal into the form of a blade, the heat of the forge and the trials became a crucible for his determination. The blade of truth began to take shape, its edges gleaming with a light that seemed to resonate with Liam's own inner strength. With the final strike of the hammer, the blade was completed. The blacksmith approached and examined the blade, his visor reflecting the forge's light. "You have proven your Vela, Seeker. The blade of truth is forged with your courage and spirit. It is now a part of you." As Liam held the blade, he felt a surge of energy and power. The blade's glow seemed to amplify his own inner strength, and he knew that it was a symbol of the journey he had undertaken. The forge of destiny had tested him, and he had emerged victorious. Ilara reappeared beside him, her expression one of pride and encouragement. "You have completed the trial of Vela. The blade you have forged is the key to unlocking the relic's true power and confronting the darkness that threatens your world. With the blade of truth in hand, Liam prepared to leave the forge. The path ahead was clearer now, and the trials he had faced had strengthened him for the challenges to come. The journey was far from over, but the strength and knowledge he had gained would guide him through the final stages of his quest. As he and Ilara departed from the forge, the landscape of the realm of the ancients began to shift once more. The trials had brought Liam closer to his ultimate goal, and he was ready to face whatever lay ahead in the final chapter of his adventure. With the blade of truth securely sheathed at his side and the ancient trials behind him, Liam and Ilara emerged from the forge of destiny into a world that seemed both familiar and transformed. The realm of the ancients had shifted once again, now showing signs of renewal and hope. The floating islands, once shrouded in mists, were bathed in a warm, golden light, and the celestial constellations above sparkled with a renewed brilliance. Ilara led Liam through the transformed landscape to a grand, crystalline palace that rose majestically in the distance. The palace, with its gleaming spires and flowing waterfalls of light, seemed to pulse with a sense of grandeur and significance. This was the heart of the realm, where the final chapter of Liam's journey would unfold. As they approached the palace, the air was filled with a palpable sense of anticipation. The grand doors of the palace opened to reveal a vast hall adorned with celestial symbols and ancient tapestries depicting the history of the realm. At the far end of the hall stood a throne, and upon it sat a figure cloaked in light, an ethereal being of immense power and wisdom, the guardian of the realm. The guardian greeted Liam with a voice that resonated with the echoes of eternity. "Welcome, seeker of truth. You have completed the trials and proven yourself worthy. The blade of truth you carry is not only a symbol of your courage, but a key to restoring balance to your world." Liam stepped forward, feeling the weight of his journey and the importance of this moment. "I have faced the trials and discovered my inner strength. What must I do to fulfill my quest and protect my world from the encroaching darkness?" The guardian gestured to a grand pedestal at the center of the hall. Upon it rested an ornate pedestal that held the relic's crystal shard, now glowing with a powerful light. Place the blade of truth upon the pedestal. The fusion of the relic's power and your own courage will unlock the path to the final confrontation with the darkness that threatens your world. Liam approached the pedestal and carefully placed the blade of truth upon it. The moment the blade touched the pedestal, a surge of energy erupted through the hall. The crystal shard responded with a brilliant, blinding light that seemed to merge with the blade's glow. The entire palace was enveloped in a radiant aura that filled the realm with warmth and hope. As the light dimmed, the guardian spoke again. "The darkness that threatens your world is bound by ancient forces. The power of the relic and the courage you have shown will enable you to confront this darkness and restore balance. The path to your world is now open." A shimmering portal appeared before Liam, its surface reflecting the landscape of his homeland, Arendelle. With a mixture of relief and determination, Liam turned to Ilara. "Thank you for your guidance and support. I am ready to return and face the challenges that await." Ilara nodded, her expression filled with pride. "You have grown into a true hero, Liam. The future of your world rests in your hands, but I have no doubt that you will succeed. Liam stepped through the portal, feeling a rush of energy, as he was transported back to his world. The familiar sights of Arendelle came into view, and he found himself standing at the edge of the Eldergrove forest, the morning sun casting a golden glow over the village. The darkness that had begun to encroach upon his world was now visible, a swirling storm of shadows gathering on the horizon. With the blade of truth in hand and the power of the relic guiding him, Liam felt a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that the final battle lay ahead, but he was ready to confront it with the strength and courage he had gained from his journey. As he made his way towards the village, Liam was greeted by the cheers and relief of his friends and family. They had been waiting anxiously for his return, and his presence brought a sense of hope and reassurance. With the blade of truth and the knowledge of the realm of the ancients, Liam prepared for the final confrontation with the darkness. The path ahead was uncertain, but he was determined to protect his world and restore the balance that had been threatened. As the sun set over Arendelle, casting long shadows and painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Liam stood at the edge of the village, ready to face the challenges of the coming days. The journey had been arduous, but the trials had forged him into a true hero. With the dawn of a new age approaching, Liam stepped forward into the unknown. Confident in his purpose and the destiny that awaited him. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. You are awesome.